Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Have Pride to the Black Hills. I got some questions for you. Do you like live bands? Do you like art? Do you like drag shows? Well, guess what? The Vixen knows of a great place right here in Rapid City. It is called the Cave Collective. It is in the downtown area, just right across the street from the parking garage. Tonight we will be talking with the owner, Dexter, about all the amazing events, little hidden things here at the Cave Collective, and some of the programs that help this community. So come join us for another episode of Have Pride in the Black Hills. And welcome back to another episode of Have Pride in the Black Hills. Tonight I have Dexter Carmen here with us from the Cave Collective. Thank you so much for having us, Dexter. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show.
Okay, now for those of the people of Rapid City and the Black Hills area who don't know what the Cave Collective is, can you please tell us what you're all about?
Yeah, so the Cave Collective, the whole idea of everything we do here is to improve the cultural and mental well-being of folks in the Black Hills through art and cultural engagement. So whether that be concerts, drag shows, poetry nights, filmmaking classes, we offer a little bit of everything here. It's just about creating a place for people to gather and learn from each other.
Now, can you tell us about some of the musical performances that you've had here over the recent months?
Yeah, we've had so many incredible performances here from a lot of different genres. Like last night, for example, we had a great bluegrass concert with Woodbelly, Humboldt and Nathaniel Riley. That was in our outdoor parking lot. That was a wonderful show. Just last week we had Salt Creek, Defect, Born to Suffer, Someday Best. There was a couple other bands. There was a sixth, Mud the Cosmonaut was also on that show. And we all had almost 100 people here for that. So that was a hardcore show. So we do everything from bluegrass to punk rock.
Well, do you have any local bands that come here and perform?
Oh yeah, every single show has local bands featured on it. Basically the way we do things is that most of our shows have at least one touring band and then at least two local bands that support them.
Now, when are your shows usually? Are they like weekends or in the middle of the week? Or
Yep.
When are they usually?
Yeah, so all of our concerts take place on Friday and Saturday nights at 7 o'clock.
Anyways, we were talking about the local bands. You were saying that you've had a variety of genres. Can you go into more detail about that?
Yeah, so a big part of what we do here at the Cave Collective is we believe that all art is legitimate. There's a lot of gatekeeping in the art world where people feel like if it's not their kind of art, it's not real art. And we think that's a big old wad of hogwash here. We're not about that. We think that all art has relevancy, whether that be a metal show, a punk show, a drag show, a bluegrass concert, a country or folk show. When someone's pouring their heart out on stage, it's a beautiful thing no matter what the context of that presentation is in.
Now, for those of you who don't know this, and I'll be the first to tell, I was very saddened when you guys had to close down at your original site. Can you tell everyone about that, please?
Yeah, so basically what happened, our old location was on 7th Street and we did a lot of shows with you guys over there. And basically our lease ended right when COVID started. And so we were presented with this decision we had to make where everything was shutting down. We didn't know if this was a week-long thing or a 10-year-long thing, or we had no idea. And so signing a lease that we're going to be locked into for another year, not knowing what was going on, seemed like a bad idea at the time. So we decided to hit pause on things, and we closed that location down. We were closed down for pretty much exactly a year. And in that time, we did a lot of live stream concerts. We did some outdoor socially distanced shows, things like that. But for the most part, we just stayed at home.
Now, with these live stream concerts, I mean, that was a great idea. This way people still had entertainment. Now, I saw a few things down below us, and I don't know if the people at home can hear it, but there's a lot of activity going down. Now, can you tell us about what's all below us that they might be hearing?
Yeah, so right now you're hearing Clayton Kennedy is over in the venue area right now doing a performance. It's like an interim for the drag show that you guys are doing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have a coffee shop directly below us, so you're probably hearing blenders and people taking orders. So we have a full service coffee bar. We make Italian sodas, hot and cold tea, coffee drinks, frappes, whatever you can imagine we have here.
Well, I'm kind of curious about your hot chocolate now. Is that any good, just out of curiosity?
It's really good. Yeah, we use a Ghirardelli chocolate here.
Ooh. You kind of sparked my interest when you said chocolate. So everyone out there knows that I'm a big chocolate fan, just saying. Anyways, I saw something on the bulletin board. There was a couple things that really stuck out to me that I think the local populace should know about, and that's the tutoring.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us more about that program that you have here at the Cave with the tutoring?
Yeah, so our tutoring is offered Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 5:30. We have tutoring in a variety of subjects for all different grade levels. So whether it's math, science, English, whatever you can imagine, up to philosophy. We even have a math professor from School of Mines who tutors here that he can do like advanced trigonometry, calculus, things like that. So no matter whether you're in 8th grade and just learning how to do algebra, or you're a college student working on your thesis, you can get help here.
So now, is this free to the public, or do they need to pay?
Yeah, all of our tutoring is free. We have a donation link online. If you go to our website, you can learn more about that. But basically, we encourage the public to donate money where we can buy coffee for our tutors. But that's how we pay our tutors. So we don't charge anything to the public. All of our tutors are graciously volunteering their time to make this resource available for our community.
So if someone wishes to volunteer their time, all they have to do is contact you, though.
Yep. Just give the Cave Collective a call. Our phone number is on our website. You can Google us. You can email us. There's a bunch of different ways to get a hold of us, and if you want to volunteer with us in any capacity, just get a hold of us and we'd be glad to work with you.
Now I'm going to talk about one more thing here before I let you ask me some questions. Now,
Sure.
There is a nice little hidden game room just around the corner.
Yep.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so the whole idea behind that was we wanted to have, one thing we really noticed at a lot of our concerts were that a lot of kids came out to shows that weren't really into the music. They were coming to the show because it was a social function, that they didn't want to be at home, but they weren't necessarily at the show for the music.
Okay.
And so having a space in the back is especially important for people who have like sensory issues, where they get overwhelmed easily by lights and sound and things like that. We wanted them to be able to come down and be a part of the show, be a part of the experience, be a part of the community, without feeling like they had to pay to go into the concert venue. So having a game room in the back kind of facilitates that. And so we have an arcade cabinet that was actually donated by Press Start back there. It's got all kinds of 80s and 90s classic arcade games on there, like Contra, Metal Slug, Galaga, all the stuff that we played when we were kids.
Oh yeah, does it have Mortal Kombat?
It does have Mortal Kombat 1 and 2.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You got me hooked
We're
already.
gonna play later?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
All right, but there were some other things down there. Can you go on and tell us about
Yeah,
that?
we have an air hockey table that was donated by Laura Armstrong. We really appreciate that. We also have like some craft setups down there. So we have colored pencils, like markers. We have scissors, glue, all kinds of things, and like scrapbooks so you can make whatever you want. So some people make flyers for concerts. Some people make stuff for the zine that we put out every month. Whatever you can imagine that you want to make, we have the stuff back there to do it with.
Now, there's some other things down there that aren't game related, and that's the artwork. Can you tell us, is that local artwork that's displayed down there?
Yeah, that's a bunch of emulsion artwork by Julia Sparks. That was actually all donated to the Cave Collective as well. That was kind of the centerpiece at the old location on 7th Street, and when we closed down, I went to give it all back to her, and she insisted we hang on to it and put it up in the new location when we open, and here we are.
All right, now tell us where the Cave Collective is located for those who don't know where it's at.
Yeah, we're located at 406 5th Street, directly downtown, right across from the downtown parking garage in the AB's Feed and Seed complex.
Go
What
ahead.
I want to know is how does one get into the drag community? What was your entrance into the drag community?
Okay, for those of you who don't know my hilarious story, here's what happened. It was June 2018, the Miss Deadwood Pride competition. My friend was very persistent, nagged me into finally joining up. So my friend said we should do this, and this was my first time ever performing. So I sign up, we go up there, and this is how they drew who was going to perform next. They got dollar store Barbie dolls. They wrote our names on each of the Barbie dolls. They put them into like a bingo rotator and those things. They put the balls in and just spin. That's what they did. They actually got that. And then when it was your turn, they pulled out a Barbie doll, read the name on the leg of the Barbie doll, and oh, by the way, I still have that Barbie doll with me. I carry it with me to every performance. And then you go and perform. Now here's how it went. I was wearing my black leather jacket, black mini skirt, black 5-inch thigh boots. Okay, I'm performing to the song Apocalyptic by Hailstorm. And here's what happens. They shine the light directly into my eyes. I twist my ankle and I fall off the stage.
Oh no.
There's some people who were laughing, some were in horrification of what I did. But I ditched the boots, got up on the stage, and I performed ever since. Now, if you want to join up with the Drag Collective, it's not that hard. You can find us on Facebook. Look for the Drag Collective, message us there. You can also talk to any one of our members, and then they will basically send you to me or to another one of our 2 people who can hook you in. Is there any more questions you wish to ask before we wrap this up?
Yeah, I'm curious, for any young people who might be watching who are interested in drag, what would you tell young people who might have some interest but are afraid to get into it?
My advice to the young people is this. Call us up. Come down, watch a few shows, see if it's in for you. And then try to do a few performances and find out if this is what you really want to do. Because it may not be, you got to take that chance. And there's nothing wrong with failure, okay? I've had my moments where I have screwed up my life, but I keep going forward. And that's what I would tell the young people out there. If this is something you might be interested, you can try it a few times. And if it doesn't work out, no harm, no foul. That'd be the advice I would give young people today for if they're interested in going to the drag show.
That's great advice.
Well, Dexter, I want to thank you for your time. It was a pleasure to see you again.
Yes, likewise. Thank you so much.
And that's all the time we have for today of Have Pride in the Black Hills. Just remember, who's your vixen in? Bye-bye.